I think it's been very beneficial to a lot of guys, and two of the guys that you mentioned, Jason Tucker and Robert Thomas, both last year coming back to Dallas and having major contributions. Jason Tucker at the end of the season really filling the second receiver spot that had been empty for the majority of the year after Michael Irvin got hurt, and Robert Thomas filling in for myself after I got hurt in the opener. So you've got Chris Breimer over here now, who I think is going to be able to come back and help Dallas out next year. So yeah, there's kind of a special relationship between Dallas and Ryan. The more you can do in the NFL, the more chance you have of getting into a team, getting into an organization. So if Chris can demonstrate over here for the Ryan Fire that he can play center and guard, that makes him more valuable to the Dallas Cowboys. And that's one of the reasons that Chris probably was on the practice squad last year as opposed to being on the active roster, because the guy that came in and eventually did that type of work for us played over here in the World League, probably not even as talented as Chris was, but he could play center and guard. So Chris is very excited about getting some experience at the center position to help his chances next year. Yeah, Jason Garrett has left for the New York Giants, so it's really opened the door for Mike Quinn to be the backup quarterback to Troy Aikman. So it'll be interesting to see how he responds to that challenge. But again, there's a possibility next year of having, a couple of starters and a couple of key backups on the Dallas Cowboys roster that were all former Ryan Fire players. Yeah, I think Robert will be there. He did a great job last year under some very difficult circumstances, having not played the position in several years, no preparation in training camp, and came in and learned the offense basically on the fly. And then when I got hurt in the opener, was able to step right in. So I don't think people realize how good of a job he did last year, and I think he's impressed enough people and demonstrated his worth to the organization that he should have an opportunity to have a long career in Dallas. Chris has made some big plays. He had a fumble recovery in the opener, and he had a big fumble recovery last week against Amsterdam that led to a touchdown. So he's had a knack this year so far for Ryan of being in the right place at the right time on key plays. But I think when it's all said and done, I think Chris Breimer will be the guy. Jeff Ogden has shown sometimes to use his speed to get deep and create some big plays. So there's an opportunity for all of them to make some good contributions, but I think overall, Chris Breimer has the opportunity to make the biggest impact here, protecting the quarterback, opening up holes in the running game, and then giving himself a chance to get back into Dallas. There's obviously a big difference. Guys are sent over to Europe to work on things that they need to improve to play at the NFL level, but with the success of Kurt Warner and Marcus Robinson and Billy Schrader, Jason Tucker, and Robert Thomas, and we've talked about, there's a number of guys that are leaving teams in NFL Europe and coming back and having successful careers in the NFL. So I think the perception of this league has changed. The approach that the teams and the coaches are taking has changed. So I think the talent level and the quality of play that the European fans will see will continue to increase.